picture this a world where humanity isn't stuck on Earth,
Right.
but instead we've got a foothold on Mars.
Okay.
And that is the driving vision behind SpaceX.
Yeah.
They aren't just launching rockets. They're revolutionizing space exploration itself.
Yeah.
Welcome to Cosmos in a Pod, our space and astronomy series.
Glad to be here.
Today we are diving deep into the story of SpaceX.
Oh, okay.
Their crazy goals,
Yeah.
their innovations, and the impact they're having on our journey to the stars.
I think what's so fascinating about SpaceX is that they started with a dream,
Okay.
this seemingly impossible ambition by Elon Musk back in 2002 to make humans a multi-planetary species.
So shooting for the stars, literally,
Absolutely.
from day one.
With Mars as their ultimate goal.
Wow.
Of course, their early days
Right.
were full of challenges.
Right.
Their first rocket, the Falcon 1, faced a ton of setbacks.
Yeah.
But in 2008, they did something groundbreaking. They launched the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to reach orbit.
That's got to be a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
How did that change their trajectory?
It was a game changer.
Okay.
It proved that a private company
Right.
could achieve what was previously thought to be only possible by government agencies.
Right.
This success got them crucial contracts with NASA
Okay.
and basically set the stage for their future.
I see.
Yeah.
One of the things that SpaceX is most known for
Right.
is their focus on reusable rockets.
That's right. Yeah.
How has that impacted space travel?
I imagine the cost of airline tickets
Okay.
if planes were discarded after every flight.
Wow, yeah.
That was basically the situation with rockets before SpaceX.
Oh.
But with the Falcon 9, they showed that reusable boosters are not only possible,
Right.
but a practical solution.
So they made space travel more about.
Precisely.
Okay.
They brought the cost of reaching orbit
Right.
down significantly.
Right.
To put it in perspective,
Okay.
it cost around $18,500 per kilogram to launch with the space shuttle.
Oh, wow.
The Falcon 9 Starship is designed to carry both cargo and passengers,
Oh, wow.
with the size and power to potentially make regular trips to Mars a reality.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
But building something as complex as Starship
sure.
can't be easy, right?
Of course not.
Yeah.
They've run into some technical challenges and delays along the way.
Right.
Developing cutting-edge tech always comes with hurdles.
Sure.
But the fact they're tackling these challenges head-on
Right.
shows how committed they are.
So they're pushing the boundaries, not just in space, but in engineering as well.
Yeah.
What I find really interesting is
Okay.
they're not just focused on astronauts and scientists.
Yeah.
They seem to be making space accessible to more
Wow.
than just government agencies.
Yeah.
How are they doing that?
Their work in commercial spaceflight has been key.
Well,
Developing Crew Dragon, their spacecraft for taking astronauts to the International Space Station, was a major achievement.
because it was the first private spacecraft to carry astronauts to the ISS.
Exactly.
Oh.
And then there was the Inspiration 4 mission in 2021,
Yeah.
which sent the first all-civilian crew to orbit Earth.
Right.
That really highlighted the potential for democratizing space travel.
Yeah.
It showed that space is no longer just for government-backed astronauts.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Speaking of government agencies,
Yeah.
how does SpaceX work with organizations like NASA, especially with the International Space Station nearing retirement?
That's an important point.
Yeah.
With the ISS getting close to the end of its life, SpaceX is crucial in making sure the United States has independent access to space,
Okay.
and their partnership with NASA is a clear example of that.
In what way?
Well, SpaceX is a key player in NASA's Artemis program.
Okay.
They're providing the Human Landing System,
Right.
or HLS, for their upcoming lunar missions.
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
So they're essentially providing the spacecraft that will land astronauts on the moon.
you got it.
Wow.
The HLS, based on Starship,
Right.
is a critical part of NASA's plans to return humans to the moon and establish a sustainable presence there.
Okay.
This collaboration shows how private companies and government agencies are working together
Right.
to achieve these goals.
And it's not just the moon, right?
Right.
They also have their Starlink project,
Yes.
which aims to provide global internet coverage using a network of satellites.
Yes, Starlink.
Yeah.
While it aims to connect even the most remote parts of the world,
Okay.
it's also a project that has caused some controversy.
Right.
The sheer scale of the constellation with
Yeah.
thousands of satellites
Okay.
has raised concerns about its environmental impact.
What are some of the specific concerns people have raised about Starlink?
There are several.
Okay.
One is the potential for increased space debris.
Mm-hmm.
With so many satellites in orbit,
Right.
the risk of collisions and the creation of more debris becomes a real issue.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's only so much space up there,
Right.
so to speak.
Yeah.
What are some of the other concerns?
Another concern is the impact on astronomical observations. Right. Astronomers worry that the streaks of reflected sunlight from these satellites could interfere with ground-based telescopes,
Yeah.
potentially making it harder for us to observe and study the universe.
So it's like light pollution, but in space.
In a way, yeah.
Oh.
And also worries about the environmental effects of the rocket launches themselves,
Right.
in terms of emissions and how they affect the atmosphere.
Right.
It's a complicated issue with good arguments on both sides.
Yeah.
It raises the question of how we balance technological progress with being responsible for the environment as we head further into space.
That's an important question to think about.
Yeah.
It seems like SpaceX is facing a lot of scrutiny as they push the boundaries of space exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Have they responded to these concerns at all?
They have.
Okay.
SpaceX has said they're aware of these issues. And they're working on ways to reduce the impact of what they do.
Yeah.
For example, they've started doing things to deorbit Starlink satellites at the end of their life to reduce space junk. They're also looking into how to make the satellites less reflective to minimize their effect on astronomical observations.
It sounds like they're taking these issues seriously.
Yeah.
But beyond these immediate challenges,
Sure.
what about the long-term sustainability of some of their bigger goals, like colonizing Mars?
Right.
It just seems like a huge undertaking,
It is, yeah.
requiring solutions for everything.
Yeah.
From getting resources and producing food to radiation shielding and making a breathable atmosphere.
It is definitely a daunting task.
Yeah.
Establishing a colony on Mars that can support itself would mean overcoming countless technological and logistical obstacles.
Like, how do you create a closed-loop life support system?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you protect people from the harsh Martian environment, like radiation and dust storms?
Right.
How do you even begin to think about terraforming, if that's even possible?
Right.
These are questions scientists and engineers are wrestling with right now.
It sounds like we're talking about a whole new level of human ingenuity and innovation.
We are, yeah.
But it's not just about the technical side, is it?
Right.
What about the ethical and philosophical parts?
Sure.
Who gets to go to Mars?
Yeah.
Who's in charge of these potential colonies? How do we make sure we're protecting potential Martian life if it's out there?
You're hitting on some of the talking about humans moving beyond Earth.
Right.
These aren't easy questions to answer.
No.
And they'll need careful thought and open discussion as we move forward.
Yeah.
We need to make sure our exploration of space is done responsibly and ethically with a long-term perspective that considers the potential impact on both humanity and the places we explore.
So while SpaceX is pushing the limits of technology, they're also making us think deeply about our place in the universe and the responsibility that comes with exploring it.
Precisely.
Okay.
Their work is starting a much wider conversation about our future as a species, both on and off this planet.
Okay.
It makes us face our assumptions, our values, and our hopes for what's ahead.
That's a powerful idea.
It is, yeah.
While we try to figure out these big questions,
Right.
SpaceX seems to be charging ahead, not fazed by the size of the challenges. What does their plan for the future look like?
Their main goal is still to colonize Mars.
Okay.
Starship is the key to making that happen. It's designed to carry large payloads and crew to the Red Planet, laying the groundwork for a possible Martian settlement.
But Mars isn't their only focus, right?
Right.
Okay.
They're also part of lunar missions, with Starship playing an important role in NASA's Artemis program. It will be used to land astronauts on the moon and support the development of a base there.
Right.
And of course, there's the continuing expansion of Starlink to give global internet coverage.
And I've even heard talk about them developing private space stations.
Yeah, that's another exciting thing they're looking into.
Wow.
Imagine a future where commercial space stations are common,
offering
opportunities for research tourism and even manufacturing in microgravity.
That would be incredible.
It would.
Yeah.
They're also working with other companies to make this happen.
It's amazing to think about the impact their work is having on the whole space industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Their success has inspired a new generation of space enthusiasts, but it's also pushed other companies like Blue Origin and Rocket Lab to compete, driving innovation across the whole aerospace sector.
Yeah.
It's like they've brought a jolt of energy and boldness to an industry that had gotten a little too comfortable.
It's an exciting time to be alive.
It is.
Witnessing this new age of space exploration unfold.
Yeah.
SpaceX, with its boldness and pursuit of ambitious goals, has definitely played a big part in rekindling our passion for exploring the cosmos.
I agree. Their story isn't over yet.
Right.
And what they do in the years to come will probably shape humanity's future in space for generations.
It's a story that's still being written.
Yeah.
Full of twists, turns, and incredible moments of achievement.
It is.
And we, here at Cosmos in a Pod, are excited to see what the next chapter brings.
As with any force this powerful, there are always potential downsides and unintended results.
You're right.
That's why it's so important to have open and honest conversations about the ethical, environmental, and social implications of these advancements.
Okay.
Space exploration shouldn't come at the expense of our planet or our future.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
It is.
Finding a way to go after our dreams of space while protecting the planet that sustains us. As we move forward, we need to approach these challenges with enthusiasm, but also a strong sense of responsibility.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
In the end, the future of space exploration will depend on our ability to find that balance between ambition and responsibility, technological progress and ethical considerations, our desire to reach for the stars, and our dedication to taking care of our home planet.
It's a complex equation.
It is.
But it's one that we as a species need to solve if we want to guarantee a good future for ourselves in the stars.
It really is SpaceX, with its success and controversies and constant ambition. It reminds us that the path to the stars is full of incredible possibilities, but also big challenges. It's a journey that needs careful thought, international cooperation, and a commitment to doing things sustainably. We're not just exploring space for ourselves. We're doing it for future generations, too.
That's an important point. It's about making sure that the amazing parts of space exploration are open to everyone now and in the future. And that brings us back to SpaceX's big vision. To make humanity a multi-planetary species.
It's a bold vision.
It is.
One that makes us think beyond our limits on Earth. And picture a future where humans aren't just visiting other worlds, but living on them.
It's a hard concept to grasp.
It is.
Humans on Mars. Building communities. Starting a whole new branch of civilization. It feels like science fiction.
It does, but science fiction often becomes reality.
True.
Think about how many things we use every day that were once thought to be impossible. Smartphones, the internet, even space travel itself.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're always pushing the boundaries of what we can do.
We are.
And SpaceX, with their constant drive for innovation, is a big reason for that progress.
Their success has had a ripple effect.
Okay.
Inspiring so many others to think big and chase their own ambitious goals. They've created this sense of optimism and excitement about the future of space exploration that we haven't seen in decades.
It's almost like they've brought back that feeling of the space race. But this time, it's not just countries competing. It's private companies, entrepreneurs, even regular people contributing to this new era of discovery.
And that's what makes it so exciting. It's not just governments deciding what happens in space anymore. It's a group effort, a shared human journey to reach for the stars.
SpaceX has shown us that anything is possible.
It has.
If we dare to dream big and go beyond what we think we can achieve.
They've reminded us that exploring is part of who we are. That wanting to learn and venture into the unknown are fundamental parts of being human.
As we look ahead with all the uncertainty and challenges, it's that spirit of exploration, that sense of wonder and possibility, that will guide us on our journey into the cosmos.
SpaceX has left a lasting mark on the history of space exploration, and their story isn't finished yet.
It's not.
What they accomplish in the years to come will likely shape how humanity exists among the stars.
It's a story that's still unfolding.
It is.
Full of surprises and amazing moments of success.
Absolutely.
And we here at Cosmos in a Pod are excited to see what happens next.
So what do you think about the future of space exploration and SpaceX's role in it? What possibilities are you most excited about?
Okay.
What worries you?
Yeah.
We'd love to know your thoughts.
Join the discussion in the comments below. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to Cosmos in a Pod.
Right.
For more deep dives into the universe.
Yeah.
Check out our YouTube channel for even more cosmic content.
It's been great talking to you.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep looking up.